What is up everyone, I am Demon Cringe, and today I wanted to talk to you about the new show coming to Cartoon Network in the summer, OKKO Let's Be Heroes. Now of course I do rag on Cartoon Network a lot for their numerous horrible business decisions, such as, completely disregarding the regular show finale and treating it like shit, basically sweeping it under the rug, stuff like the Powerpuff Girls reboot, and of course airing Teen Titans Go to Hell and Back. But I gotta say, this definitely is a step in the right direction, because this show definitely does hold some promise. Now, this show was actually in development for quite some time, like back in 2013, Cartoon Network had something called the Summer Shorts Project, where a bunch of animators and all that stuff compete and make the best shorts so they can get greenlit and all that. The short for OKKO was called Lakewood Plaza Turbo, and it was centered around a kid called KO who works at a place called, of course, Lakewood Plaza Turbo, who just wants to level up and become the hero that he wants to be. The show was created by a guy called Ian Jones Quarty, who you probably know because he worked on Adventure Time, Steven Universe, and Secret Minor 4 Awesome, to name a few, and the show has actually been announced for a television series on March 9th of this year, so it's actually fairly recent. But that's actually not the full thing. The show actually started off as a web series with a series of 8 shorts. The first one debuting on February 4th of 2016, then they took a hiatus to December, and the last one releasing on January 1st of this year, so I do gotta say it's a pretty good Happy New Year present, and it's gonna be a great year in general since it's coming out in the summer. Now, of course, these shorts were actually 1 to 2 minutes long, and the actual TV show episodes are going to be about 11 minutes, so I gotta say that's pretty cool. Now, if you remember from my Cartoon Network Learned Nothing from its Renaissance video, I basically mentioned that a regular show came out at exactly the right time, when the 80s nostalgia was basically taking hold of practically everything, and even to this day, thankfully the trend shows no signs of stopping, which is pretty awesome since this show is also very 80s or retro inspired. And another awesome thing is that the characters are basically made in the style of like fighting game characters, which is pretty awesome. And that's also a reason why a lot of people are speculating whether the place where he works, called Lakewood Plaza Turbo, is actually a reference to the video game Street Fighter Turbo, which was actually a pretty cool game for its time. And speaking of games, actually there is a mobile game called OKKO Lakewood Plaza Turbo that was launched on Android and iOS on February 4th of 2016, exactly when the shorts started going out. And also there's a developer called Capybara Games, which is making a game on PS4, Xbox One, and Windows that's set to release in mid-2017, also exactly when the show is geared up to release. So I gotta say, they are really thinking about this, they're actually pulling all the stops and doing all the right things. The game came out and when the shorts were starting, and now the console and PC game is gonna come out when the show actually starts in the summer. I have high hopes for this. I really do hope that this show gets the good treatment it deserves. Obviously a lot of people have been really hyped up for the release of this show, especially since the pilot debuted in 2013, and then just 3 years later the shorts actually start coming. It is a huge surprise, and the anticipation is actually being compared to that of the show Infinity Train, which unfortunately we still don't have confirmation about whether the show is actually being greenlit or not, but the pilot did air on CN, which we also got high hopes for. Plus the top comment on the Lakewood Plaza Turbo minisode video on CN's channel is just absolutely amazing. Original short, aka the pilot episode we didn't want to admit we turned down. Fucking preach, brother. Fucking preach. Holy shit. Well, thankfully we're finally getting it. At least one of the highly anticipated shows is actually coming to TV, so I'm excited for that, and I hope you are too. Like, summer is definitely my favorite time of year, and it's pretty much the perfect time of year to release a show like this. I will be obviously tuning in on the premiere date, and I hope you will as well, to give the show good ratings. We need to keep this on the air when it debuts, so they can make more of it and all that stuff. I just hope everything will go smoothly and all that. So I want to thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe and press the little bell icon, and as always, I am Demon Cringe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.